What is up, guys? OddEYES Lumia here, and I just gotta tell you, we are getting so close to that 500 sub giveaway that I upped the ante a bit. So not only will you receive those Pulsemon sleeves, chance at the Agumon Gabumon sleeves, chance at the Machinedramon. I got my hands on this beautiful stack right here in the giveaway as well. That means instead of 3 winners, we will have 4 winners. So once again, guys, share my videos, get my name out there. I appreciate everyone who watches my channel and supports my content and enjoys my content. These sleeves are sick. Guys, OddEYES Lumia here today, and I have a sweet little deck feature for your viewing pleasure. So this was my blue-yellow hybrid bond list that I placed 3rd place at my locals with. I barely missed out on 1st place. I went against the blue hybrid in finals and lost to a hammer spark. So yeah, we all know how that goes.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
So we're going to go over my list today because I thought it was very interesting. I thought, you know, that's one deck that you just don't really see going through the format right now. Gabumon is still quite a threat, and one of its biggest weaknesses is the fact that it kills itself so fast. And then you need to set up a Gabumon so fast, like, you know, able to set up a Gabumon again. Good way to remedy that situation is Zoe and her yellow hybrids. Because the Jet Sylphie heals 1 when it digivolves, and you know, the interaction with Gabumon in which you can go down to 0 security, and then Matt won't delete it at the end of the turn, and then you can heal up during the turn. That also sets you up so you don't completely lose the game, or you can set up multiple security because of the hybrid really care about your security and let Gabumon do what it does best. So yeah, we're going to go over this list. So because this app does its weird thing, I like the app and whatnot, but it does do the tamers first. So we're going to go over the tamers first. Here we go. So we run 4 Zoe. On play, you may search your security stack for 1 card with hybrid or 10 warriors and its traits, reveal it, and add it to your hand. And if you added cards to your hand, recovery +1. Really strong. Just draw power in a tamer is always good. You guys saw how powerful TK is, and TK is still one of the best tamers in the game, in my opinion, him and Davis. So, you know, running Zoe is absolutely fantastic, and then has that inherited ability that when this is under one of your Digimon, opponent's turn, all your security Digimon gets plus 3000 DP. Can make your Gabumons pretty much a 5k, which makes, you know, blue hybrid kind of just die to it, which is set up a Zephyrmon. It's an extra 6000 on top. So 6,000 total, so your Gabumons in security are 8Ks, so pretty sweet. So 4 of those. We run 3 Madashita. Your turn when you're one of your Digimon with Gabumon or Garurumon in its name, other than Kendo Garurumon, moves from the breeding area to the battle zone, gain 1 memory, and trigger draw 1 card. So. And then this is the effect we really care about. Main once per turn, you can digivolve your Gabumon into a Gabumon Bond of Friendship in your hand for its digivolution cost, ignoring its level. And if you do, trash the top 2 cards of your security stack. Then, this is the important part. If you have 1 or more security cards, comma, delete that Digimon at the end of the turn. So the interaction with this is it checks and resolves when you digivolve. So if you have 0 security after you trash, Gabumon Bond of Friendship does not go away, and you can heal during the turn, and it's just busted. So that's why a lot of people are running the Yellow Dragon Megadramon, I think the name is, because they on play it and then recover. So yeah. 3 Davis at the beginning of your turn. If you have 2 or less memory, make it 3. When played, reveal 3 cards from the top of your deck. Add a blue or green a blue and a green Digimon card from among them to your hand, and place the remaining cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. It's your memory tamer. It sets your memory to 3. It draws you cards. It's everything you want. But I won't lie, I was on the fence after playing this deck. I think I would rather run TK, because even if, you know, I don't get the search power with Davis, I have TK, and I can grab a Gabumon for my security if I really want to. I just lose that security. which does suck, but I have so much healing in the deck it doesn't really matter, and trashing down lets me set up my Gabumon so it stays on the board, so I'm so-so on this one. And then also the fact that TK's yellow makes it so my yellow hybrids can DIGIWAL, because I don't run any blue hybrids in this deck, so yeah. 3 Hammer Spark, you know, self-exclamatory, 0 gain of memory. It helps you set up your turns so you can choke your opponent. And if your opponent chokes you, you can set up turns, or if they leave you at 2, you can go to 3, like, and in security, you gain 2 memory. This is why I lost, so self-exclamatory Hammer Spark is still absolutely nuts. 3 TK Kari. At the start of your turn, if you have fewer security cards than your opponent, gain 2 memory. You're trashing your own security, so you're going to have less security cards. Also, could interact with TK pretty well if I set up correctly, adding the Gabumon and whatnot, and then setting up my security the way I only have 4 and my opponent has 5. Then I gain an additional 2 memory at the beginning of the turn, which is absolutely fantastic. This effect actually came up quite a bit. Your turn, when your yellow Digimon attacks, you may suspend this tamer to give one of your opponent's Digimon minus 1000 DP for the turn. What I did was I used Jet Sylphie and Zephyrmon to swing over other level 4s and level 5s, being able to just swing over and kill them because of the 1000 DP boost. Or if I had 2 TKs out, I could easily swing 1 Zephyr into security, kill a Boko. Like, very cool interaction. So I think it works really well in the fact that I can also gain a crap load of memory with the effect, but also that second effect really does come up. The absolute useless card in my deck. I thought Raddle Star would be really good. Raddle Star doesn't do anything in this format, really. The only deck that this really hits is Machinedramon, and I did play against a Machinedramon, and it was actually really gnarly build, but this... He kept playing around my Raddle Star. The minute he saw I had a Raddle Star, he only ever left 2 creatures on board. And Machinedramon's a house by itself, so... yeah, I'm definitely going to dump the Raddle Star. It's just not good this format, so... But the main is return one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon to its owner's hand, and if your opponent has 3 more Digimon in play, return one of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of its owner's deck instead. Trash all Digivolution cards of those Digimon. So, yeah. I plan on taking it out, but it is a good card. It's just not good this format. Then we'll get into our eggs. We are running 4 Upamon. Best egg in blue, obviously. When attacking once per turn, your opponent has no Digivolution card, has a Digimon with no evolution sources. Draw a card. You know, it's really good because a lot of people hard play Boko, so Boko would be just chilling. You get a free draw with Upamon. He's just the best blue egg in my opinion. 4 of the Gabumon from a BT7. All turns once per turn. When your tamer with Matashina's name is played, gain 1 memory. Cool interaction with that is if you do have this Gabumon sitting out there, because blue hybrid likes to stun things, and they hit a Matashita in there in your security, it's like getting like a pseudo Hammer Spark, which is really cool. And then when attacking, if a Digimon is Gabumon Bond of Friendship, unsuspend this Digimon. This is how you set up your 3 attack Gabumon Bond of Friendship. So, yeah, just fantastic. So running 4 is a must. Then we run 4 Gabumon from EX01. Another just the interaction. I won't lie, after playing the deck, I definitely want to add in a few level 4 blues. Because not getting this effect off in the beginning kind of does suck. But if you're setting up multiple Gabumon, it's nice to get that either an added Digimon named Gabumon to your hand, or you could always add a Zoe, or you could add a TK and Kari, because it doesn't specify color of tamer, which is really fantastic. So that's why we run this, and the other Gabumons just aren't all that great. You want the inheritable effect. So. Then we run 2 more of the Gabumon. When play, draw 1 card. I just thought maybe more Gabumons would make more sense because we're playing a Gabumon kind of deck. But I had no issue seeing my Gabumons, and I didn't see this one all that much. So I'm definitely thinking about cutting this one and just running 8 Gabumons and 3 Bokomons for my rookie line. 3 Bokomon. Here you're playing a hybrid-based tamer-type deck, so Bokomon is kind of a must. We're running 13 tamers, so the likelihood of hitting that is pretty high. I did Bond of Friendship a few times, and it does suck, but it didn't seem to matter because I got so much value off of all the other cards, so I didn't mind it. Bokomon at 3 just feels really good. I saw him every game. On play, reveal top 5 cards of your deck, add 1 Digimon with hybrid or 10 warriors and its traits, and 1 tamer card from among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. And then your turn, once per turn, when one of your tamers digivolves, gain 2 memory. So that is its effect. And then we run 2 Madoki Betamon. Your opponent can't gain memory except for tamer effects. This is our memory blocker. Very good against a lot of decks. When I was versing the blue hybrid, I did hit a few hammer sparks, but I was lucky and I had Madoki Betamon. I just didn't have Modeki Betamon when it mattered at the end of the game, when I hit that last hammer spark in the final security and put me down to 1, and I couldn't evolve into hybrid for game, which absolutely sucked. But still, the deck played so amazingly. There's only a few things I really want to change. So I run 2 of those. And then I run 2 Sayakumon. I run 2 Sayakumon because hybrids are rampant. This keeps your opponent from being able to digivolve for the 1 cost reduced for their level 5s. Instead, they have to pay 3, like all of us. So 2 of these is just, it's very good in that sense. And then we get into the hybrid package. We are running 2 Kazumon, just vanilla, best girl. You may digivolve this card from your hand onto your yellow tamer as if the tamer is yellow 3 Digimon. So, just to get those extra swings in, but also to set up your recovery. We're running 4 Zephyrmon. I'm only ever going to digivolve these on my tamers, so it makes sense to run 4 of these because I'm only ever going to digivolve for a cost of 2. When digivolving, if a card with hybrid in its traits or Zoe or Mementos, the Digivolution cards, all your security Digimon get plus 3,000 DP until the end of your opponent's next turn. This is what I was talking about with the 6k DP buff, making your Gabumons potentially 8k in the security, killing anything 8k, which can be pretty nuts. So we run 4 of this Kazi. Then we run 4 Jet Sylphie. The fact that this card has not been limited blows my absolute mind. This card is absolutely incredible with Bokomon. It is a 1 cost Digivolution to recover 1. And you don't have to be any standard amount of security for that to trigger. So when one of your Digimon with the tamer and its Digivolution cards digivolves on this card in your hand, reduce its memory cost by 2. When digivolving, if the card is hybrid and its traits is in this Digivolution cards, recovery plus 1. Place the top card of your deck into deck on top of your security stack. Fantastic card. There's a reason it should have got hit. And yeah, you guys see the spice now, right? Yeah. We run 2 Kazuchimon. So Kazuchimon is a gnarly freaking Digimon. When digivolving, if you have 3 or more security cards, gain 2 memory. So potentially a 3 cost 12k with security attack plus 1. That's really good. That's really good to put pressure down and everything like that. But what we really care about is if you have 2 or fewer security cards, you may recover plus 1 deck until you have 3 cards in your security stack. So the interaction is go Gabumon, Bond of Friendship, trash all the way down, and then hybrid up. Because usually you set this turn up with Bokomon, so you'll get a free Digivolve onto your Zoe or any of your yellow tamers. Go into Jet Sylphie, recover 1, and then you'll have Kazuchimon evolve on Jet Sylphie and recover another 2 security, putting you at a 3 security, and you have a Gabumon of Friendship for the following turn, and you have a security attack plus 2 Kazuchimon. Nasty. Freaking nasty. This is why I run 2 of it. It's just absolutely incredible. I thought about running Seraphimons. Seraphimons just didn't feel like it was going to heal me enough. I wanted to heal to 3. I feel like 3 was a fair number. After you Gabumon, your opponent's probably not going to have much of a board. But they're going to, in this format with all the hybrids going rampant, especially blue hybrid, they can just keep evolving on their tamers and just swing at your security. So I think 3 is just a safe number, and that is why I picked Kazuchimon over Seraphimon. And then finally, the best boy of the deck, Gabumon, Bond of Friendship. This card, to this day, is just still such an incredible powerhouse. Whenever attacking, once per turn, if you have a tamer in play, unsuspend this Digimon. When attacking, return one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon to the bottom of their deck and trash all Digivolution cards of that Digimon. Get swing 3 times with this with the Gabumon underneath it, and bottom 3 cards on your opponent's field. Or like 3 Digimon on your opponent's field. Absolutely fantastic. Incredible. Incredible card. I absolutely love it. Like it plays really nice around a lot of the decks this format, because one thing your like blue hybrid is trying to do is they want to stun your board. And if you're just constantly plopping out Gabumons, they can't stun them. He's going to do his 3 checks and he's going to bottom those Digimon, and then he's going to just disappear because he gets deleted at the end of the turn if your security is 1 or more. So he dodges a lot of the stuff this format, and I think he's a really fantastic pick because blue hybrid is so rampant. This deck just really gives blue hybrid a hard time. You got to play very carefully, obviously, but just setting up multiple Gabumons is just game over a majority of the time. But yes, talking about stuff that we should add to the deck. First off, I am going to drop 2 of the Drabumons, this guy, and I'm going to put in 2 Analog Youths. Man, did I miss Analog Youth. So there was so many turns where I could have set up my Analog Youth like perfectly, where like I go, because the majority of the time when you go Gabumon, you are going to 4 memory, and you go into Gabumon, okay? You swing your 3 checks and do your shenanigans, okay? And then you use that 2 memory you have left, or even if you hit a freaking Hammer Spark, ends your turn, you delete your freaking Gabumon, and then you gain a memory off of Analog Youth. You get to rehatch to set up another Gabumon for the following turn, kind of thing. And you could also technically heal that turn if you have a Boko on field. So yeah, there's that interaction. Or if you're left at 1 and you need to pass the memory over to your opponent so you can end the turn, you could always evolve one of your yellow tamers into one of the hybrids for 2 to put you at 1. Then that would end of the turn, which would then trigger Gabumon to destroy itself. And then Analog Youth would trigger his effect. So then you would go back to your normal turn, which could also set up for game. Say your opponent has 3 security left, and you did that, and you had Analog Boy on board. You swing 3 checks, and you hit the freaking Hammer Spark, end your turn. Analog Boy freaking triggers and brings it back to your turn. You have Boko on board. You just evolve for 2 for free and then swing for game. There were just so many interactions where, honestly, I missed Analog Youth, and I really wish it was in the deck. Another card I want to add is Ice Wall. I kind of completely spaced it. Like, I don't know if any other blue removal is really that great this format. I guess Supreme Cannon's pretty good. You want stuff that does like more of a board wipe kind of like scenario. But and then also like maybe Cordramon or like a blue blocker would be nice. So there's a few things I definitely want to add, but Analog Youth is definitely going back into the deck. Mistake. I should never have took that guy out. So yeah, guys, this is my blue-yellow hybrid bond list. I hope you enjoyed. I do apologize for rambling, but I wanted to go over everything and just talk about every scenario in which I could. If you guys know anyone likes TCGs, tell them to hit up my channel. Remember that giveaway is right around the corner. We are at 451 subs, so we only need 49 more subs for that giveaway. But till next time, OddEYES, Lumia out.